I'm Jackson Alter. I'm an alternative rock indie artist from Jacksonville Beach, Florida. And yeah, currently I am, I guess, starting my career over again. I
Mm-hmm.
was in a project with my friends from college.
Mm-hmm.
I was always looking for people to play in a band with my whole life,
Sure.
but I was always too scared to really get out there. And I saw other people doing it in like the community here in Jacksonville, and like with Seagate and Phase Wave, and then with Flip Turn is from Jacksonville. So
No way.
yes, well, they I guess technically started in Jax, went to Gainesville. The whole goal was to just be the Flip Turn of FSU.
Yeah.
I started listening to Flip Turn when I was like 16,
Oh,
and then
wow.
I was like on my freshman year. I like popped in my headset. My sister was like, "Hey, I just found this band at like a show last night," because she went TVET,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, "You're really gonna like them." So then I play Chicago, which I'm not sure if you know that.
Yeah, I love Flip Turn.
Yes, and I was just like, "Oh my!" I like ascended on the bus, and I
On the bus.
and then they came back to Jax after graduating, and they're just crushing the scene. I
Mm-hmm.
will say they give the best live performance I've ever seen in indie
Wow.
music, easily.
Wow. So did
And
you graduate college, or like did you go to college for music and then kind of like continue
okay,
on?
my sister went to UF, so I just wanted to be different. So I went to FSU, and
Mm-hmm.
felt like I had a better shot of finding cool people that would want to be in a band. I'm not sure why I thought that. I did. So I showed up to FSU, but I wasn't in the music college. I just showed up to college undeclared. I was like, I've always been super unsure of what I wanted out of life, honestly. I've been playing guitar since I was in second grade, but I've also
Wow.
never really took it seriously. I never really felt like I could express the music that I wanted to play because
Mm-hmm.
I grew up, since I'm in like this beach town, I just like sort of grew up with like Sublime on the radio and like dad grunge rock all
Yeah.
the time. And I mean, whether it's like the Chili Peppers or like Green Day, Blink 182,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that was always like on in the background of my childhood. So I always, and Sum 41, which I'm not sure if you've ever listened to them, but they're self aware, but they're also self deprecating.
Yeah.
And I always have had a low self esteem ever since I was young. I've always
Mm-hmm.
struggled with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I would push it down and instead be super charismatic on the outside instead. But I still had all these like bottled up emotions that I couldn't
Yeah.
really express to other people, and especially like as a guy in school, it's not like people are like trying to hear your feelings. They're trying to
No.
crack a joke, you know. So I
Right.
just never, never really connected with people growing up. I always felt misunderstood like my whole
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
And then when I got to college, I was like, well, I guess in high school, I always had friends and stuff, but I never felt comfortable in my own skin until like
Yeah.
college. Felt like a clean slate, and that's really
Mm-hmm.
why I wanted to go to FSU. But
Like that's such a I feel like that's an important thing. I don't know if it was like this for you, but I kind of somewhere in my brain and like in my soul, I was like, I know I need to go somewhere different and like just meet people and like not even just get away from the people that I know, but like get away from a version of myself that doesn't feel right to me and like
yeah,
recreate it.
100%. That is precisely what I was feeling. I just felt like a poser and a wannabe like my whole life, basically, is what I've always told myself, even though that's not true. But of course, my mind has a way of sort of manipulating how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always had, like, I guess, a instinctive negativity that I've been battling, even though I feel like I'm a happy person most of the time.
Yeah.
I, no, I am a happy person.
Their voices are still there though.
Yeah, so yeah, but yeah, there's always I just like listening to my dark side and just sort of hearing what I have to say sometimes.
Yeah.
I guess I should get into some more groundwork. I joined a fraternity my freshman year of college. Probably wasn't the best decision, but I made a lot of great friends and I had an
And that's
epic
the point.
I had an epic time. I was like, "Hey, do you want to start a band basically?" And so then other people in my fraternity, we got together and we started a band. It was called On the Edge because that was the name of the apartment complex that we were across from. Edge. And I had a balcony overlooking that sign, so that was the name of our band. My band, we had a great time at FSU. It was amazing. We had
Mm-hmm.
a great run. We were definitely one of the largest indie bands in town. We got to open for a bunch of amazing bands that came through Tallahassee.
Nice.
We released 3 songs, and I've always been struggling to sort of be on social media. I've never been like a guy that wanted to post himself. So that's been a big change in my life. I've been starting to post and just.
Well, yeah, because you've been so consistent. I feel like, I mean, that's how like you popped up onto like my feed, which I was like, this is awesome. I mean, the whole point of what I'm doing, why I'm doing what I'm doing, is to connect, you know, like aspiring and like newer musicians. And I mean, if I could interview Billy Strings one day, that would be sick. But that's like in the long-term goals.
I've always been like a singer. I've been a singer first. I've always been a singer first. My grandma was on Broadway, so she always wanted me to be a performer.
That's awesome.
So, and she is a drama queen, real life drama queen. And so she always pushed me to be on stage. So I started doing musical theater when I was younger, and then that led to me eventually feeling more comfortable on stage. And that's when I really, I guess, learned that I love to play like the part. And when I realized that, I was like, well, what do I love so much about escaping like myself? And that was when I was like in 4th grade, and that's when I really started realizing I was like, I have this pent up something in me, and it's always growing, but I'm always suppressing it. And that's sort of what I've been exploring in this new work that I started releasing, which was my debut EP called Sludge. As I was a senior in college, before I was about to graduate, I got in a car accident, and everything sort of shifted for me, and I had a lot put into perspective. I damaged my trap, my neck, and my jaw, and I'm still, as you can tell by the big mouth guard that I'm wearing right now.
Oh my gosh.
I've still been having a bunch of jaw issues, which has left me unable to sing for more than like 3 minutes at a time.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I got told by doctors, they were like, we don't ever think that you're going to be able to sing the same way ever again. And I was like, well, that's terrible news for someone that was debating wanting to be a singer for their life. But I was like, you know what? There's 2 ways I could go about this. I could either listen to all the negativity that I'm feeling, or I can try and use it and take advantage of these dark emotions I've been having and turn them into something beautiful. And that's what I've been trying to do with my songs.
Yeah. That's amazing. I feel like it's really hard to have something traumatic like that happen, and it's like you're given all of the reasons to just like throw in the towel and quit. But I can see and I can hear and I can sense the like passion and love that you have for music, that it's like it's almost like it's taking your dark side by the hand and like pulling it along with you in like a really beautiful way. And I think that that's at the heart of a lot of music, and that's what distinguishes, you know, really good soulful music from like top hits, whatever. Not that top hits are bad, but there's definitely an added layer of going through difficult things because it's more relatable to people.
Yeah, I've always been sort of suppressing this and hiding this, especially from other people, because most people don't like talking about the darker things in life. But I've always sort of found like there's so much profoundness in like what is left unsaid to ourselves.
Yeah.
I was having trouble expressing myself at all, and that allowed me to pick up the guitar again. And then when I picked my guitar up, that sort of became my new voice, and that definitely allowed me to hone in on my guitar skills. And then eventually through that practice, I started writing these riffs and these tunes, and then all of a sudden I had all these pent up emotions I've been feeling. And although I wasn't able to sing the songs, I would still be writing the songs, writing them down and like hearing it in my head. And then eventually one day I got into the studio with, I'm not sure if you know the band Trash Panda, but
yeah, I do.
Jacksonville artist. Patrick Taylor is better known as Lazuli Bane. Helped me record my debut EP, Sludge, which is, it's 5 songs, and each one sort of tells the story of dealing with your own mental abuse. And although they're lighthearted tunes, like the music, I lyrically, maybe ambiguously, I've put a lot of charge into those songs from years of drama.
Yeah. Well, I remember, I think one of the first videos maybe I saw was like, if you love like indie rock, and alternative rock and like self-deprecating humor, then like I'm the guy for you, or like my EP is for you. It was something along the lines of that, and that caught my eye for sure. I mean, I'm someone that, like, I love sad music, so like I love like Rainbow Kitten Surprise and like a good ballad. Like I love that stuff, and even though I may not be feeling those really intense sad emotions all the time, I feel like that type of music is what makes me feel something the most. And when I listen to music, I look for a feeling. Like if I don't feel anything from a song or an album or whatever, I'm probably not going to listen to it that much. It's like you said, what's left unsaid that maybe you didn't think about yourself even. Like there have been so many times in my life where I hear a song and I'm like, oh my God, I felt that before. I've never been able to antiquate it or like put it into words or express it. And like, it's why music talks, baby. Who would you say your top like 3 to 5 inspirations, or just who are you like a big fan of?
Okay, I'm a massive fan of The Cure.
Yes.
I love The Cure. They're Happy Sad. And I've always loved new wave 80s music. That's sort of what introduced me to alternative in the first place, was hearing bands like, I mean, The Smiths, The Clash.
I was gonna say The Clash too.
When I first listened to The Cure, I think that I just like instantly fell in love, because they're so upbeat and they're so fun and they're so melodic, but then they're so bittersweet and sad. Next, I'd probably have to say, I mean, like obvious ones that stick out to me, the Backseat Lovers from the When We Were Friends album. That's probably my favorite album of all time.
That's such an incredible album.
Only because I had never felt that way. I had never felt like music had spoken to me so perfectly in my life until I'd listened to that album. I love playing their music so much that I've emulated their style into my music naturally, and I can't even escape it sometimes, even though I try to. Whatever that Utah water that
seriously, I don't know what's in, but it creates magic.
Yeah, it does. It does. I would be lying if I didn't say that the Beach Boys are probably...
Yes, I love the Beach Boys too.
One of my favorite artists of all time, if not also, like, I can't choose between any of these people.
No, we're not ranking anything here.
Yeah, that was actually my first ever concert, was seeing the Beach Boys. That was the first time I'd ever felt like music allowed me to escape.
Say you like met a friend, like you met someone, and I don't know, you were like going to the beach or something. What's like the first song you'd play for them in the car?
I mean, I've got to say Sugar Ray. I'm not sure if you listen to Sugar Ray, but...
I know the name, but I don't.
He's this song, he's like, every morning there's a halo hanging from the...
Oh.
Yeah, he has like a bunch of his songs sort of sound similar, but it's because they're all such a freaking vibe. Anyway.
Yeah, I love that.
Sugar Ray recently, I mean, honestly, not recently. Ever since I saw Surf's Up, Sugar Ray has always just been like...
I love that movie.
That soundtrack is also probably my favorite movie soundtrack ever.
Yeah. We have 20 seconds left.
Oh my gosh, my last remarks. Well, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jackson, for talking with me. This was such a blast. I wish we had more time.
Yeah, maybe we can do it again sometime.
Totally.